I have all my Zemkoska babies. I'm not going crazy. I think I actually might be. So it's been a while since we've done one of these, but welcome back to my office, and let's just say it needs a tidy up. It is a bit messy, it's a bit chaotic, but here we go. I'll turn the camera and show you what we're working with, and I might possibly need to tidy up because you know what they say, messy house, messy mind? Well, it's exactly the same with my office. Okay, so here we go. We come in, and that's what we're looking at. It's a bit of a tip. It has been worse, but here's my board where I do my word counts. And then down here, this is all my sewing stuff. Well, I shouldn't say all of my sewing stuff. There is a lot more. But one of my sewing machines, and there's some threads and lots of sort of not finished projects, UFOs, unfinished projects, in those drawers. Embroidery threads there, but that's not all because there's yarn over there. There's needles over there, yarn there. And in here, which is my sound booth, I don't have the light on so you can't see, there is a big box of craft stuff and fabric. There is more fabric in there. And then there are lots of bits of fabric because what I want to do is make sort of festdrakt, or not official bunad, which is what the traditional costume here in Norway, but I want to make one out of the fabric we have for my daughter and for myself. So if that is something you're interested in seeing, the process of me trying to make that, and hopefully succeeding, because let's just say with old fabrics I can only do this once. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, let me know. But I need to find a place to put all this so I can actually get back in here and finish recording Where Golden Feathers Fall, because I have not done that. And I've got the Tidal Helm is coming out soon, so that also needs to be done. And move my squeaky chair out the way and just look at that mess under there. To be fair, I do need a rug in here because in winter it gets very, very cold, and usually that blanket is around me. And I have nothing on the floor, so I do need to get a rug. But I mean, just look at the state of this place. What have I been doing? Needs a good tidy up. Yeah. So behind here, we shut the door. Jumble of wires. Like, how do you sort wires out? Somebody please tell me, because this is ridiculous. Lots of stuff under there. This... what do we call this in English? In Norwegian it's a shank. Sideboard. I love teak. I love sort of mid-century pieces, but I saw someone had done this sort of design on it. I normally am not one for painting old pieces, but I saw this and they'd highlighted in gold and then done the white, and I thought it was beautiful. So I bought this and I did it. And I love it. It's beautiful. One of the drawers is a bit stiff. But anyway, however, inside these 3 drawers, there is a lot of stuff that has not been touched since we moved into this house. And it's very messy. And I'm sure if I took the time to tidy it up, I'd have a lot more space for some other stuff. So that really needs to be done this summer. I still haven't hung that up. And I want to get like a wall, although I've not got much wall space in here. Maybe some of it would have to go here on the sides of the sound booth. I could have little picture frames of my book covers and things. Do you think that would look nice? Let me know. And then my desk. More paintbrushes. Oh yeah, that's what's in there, is a lot of painting stuff. I don't have the time to really paint these days. Like all my original paintings for my children's book, which if you didn't know, I do have a children's book, which is called A Whiff in the Woods, and all the original paintings are in there, and I wanted to get them in a nice file so the paintings wouldn't get destroyed, but have I done that? No, I have not. big jumble of papers. I say I know what they all are. Do I? Yeah, I do, but they don't all need to be out there. The edits for Margit's story that I am currently working on. And yeah, it's just a mess. I attempt to organise my different series and names, but then that happens and they just get left on the floor. So yeah, that's where we are. So I think it's time for a bit of a tidy up. The thing is, I have a lot of work to do book-wise and writing-wise. I need to get Margit edited. I am just about to get the Tidal Helm back from my editor. I need to get that set up on NetGalley. And then also, yeah, did you hear about this new law in the EU that you need alt text changes in your ebook? So yeah, I've got to at some point go back through my my backlist, because you know I love a map. I have lots of maps, especially in the Reverter Rising series. I've got about 4 maps in each book. So the ebooks all need updating for that. And yeah, I mean, I did need to update the ebooks of those anyway. Now that I've got Atticus, it makes it a lot simpler. But that really sort of pushes it forward now that I legally should do this, or have to do this. But yeah, so welcome back to the chaos, people. This is what it is, writer life, and right now it's very hot, so I need to get some windows open, and it's only 8:15 in the morning and it's already sweltering. But I can't complain because we're in Norway. We haven't been having like 40-degree heats. The rest of Europe has, but for Norway, 27 degrees is massive. Just saying. That's very hot for here. So good morning. So I'm back to work because I have got the edits back from my editor on the Tidal Helm. I've just got to go through it, approve any last little bits, tweak any last little bits, and then I can get it formatted for paperback and ebook and get that up on NetGalley, because I've already sort of organised that with a NetGalley co-op. I just need to give them the actual document, the EPUB. So that all needs to get done, but it's very exciting because it means we're in the home stretch with this book, and it's time this book was out. You know, it's not going to be everyone's taste, but I think it's a nice ending to this sort of quartet with our Dominov women. So yeah, I should probably stop talking and get back to work so that I don't miss any deadlines. It's file uploading time. I've got the edits back, I've got the covers, the spine width, all that is sorted. So now is the final test to get it up on Ingram Spark and KDP and check that everything looks right, order proofs. And then I think we're in the home stretch. We better be, because this book is coming out on August the 26th, but the Tidal Helm is almost done. I kind of can't believe it. It's been a bit of a roller coaster with this book. I've loved it, I've hated it. I'm really sad to say goodbye to the characters in this world, but yeah, it'll be good to get it done. So yeah, upload time. excuse the messy hair, just got out the shower, that kind of stuff. It's half dried. Okay, so it is the 27th of July, and I had planned to get Margit completely edited at this point and a few other things for Ella, but you know what? This past week I was kind of struggling because it's summer holiday, the kids are home, obviously we want to do stuff with them, want to be around with them. It's been so hot, but also my brain was just so tired. I looked back and I've done so much this year already that I was just like, you know what? It's the summer holidays. I'm gonna take a week off. And yeah, we didn't particularly go traveling or anything, but I think it gave my brain enough of a break. I started doing some other creative projects. For example, I want to make Festdrakt, the national sort of costume that we wear here in Norway on 17th of May. I want to make one for my daughter. I also want to make one for myself. So I'm kind of getting back into my sewing, which is something I haven't done in a long time. And yeah, I get frustrated with it at times when, you know, because I am not the best sewer, seamstress, whatever, but I do enjoy it. I obviously enjoy winding myself up with crafts. But so I've been getting fabric pieces together. A lot of it is just sourced from what we have, which is fantastic. There's also a scrap challenge in August coming up that I can use and might use it to teach my daughter how to sew, like a little patchwork skirt or something. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing this week, sort of planning that. Obviously I've been thinking about my books in my head, but I've been trying not to. I really needed that mental break from writing. I've done the odd bit of marketing because you have to keep on top of that, but I've kind of not been as present, but I needed it. So I am now sat at my desk. It is Sunday. The nursery opens again tomorrow, so at least my son can go back to nursery. We will still have one child at home, but that actually will relieve it a bit of pressure because let's just say they've had enough of each other. But I'm sure parents, you will understand this. So yeah, I can start getting back into a working routine. Obviously I can't go full on because school hasn't started yet, so it's mainly like a couple of hours in the morning, but considering I haven't been doing anything, yeah, it's gonna be good. So planning that out now, which will be editing Margit. I've got a couple of blurbs and things that need to be done, a couple of things to send to cover designers. So I have enough to be working on. I also need to do some planning. So I think that kind of work for this next couple of weeks is good rather than diving into a new project. So that's where we are. Oh yes, and also, completely slipped my mind, ARCs are now out on NetGalley for the Tidal Helm, and that's coming up for release in August. So yeah, I've got to work on my promo for the Tidal Helm and the Zemkoska Chronicles as a whole, really. So that's where we are in July, and I've not really been around, but I have been around. I'm sure you all get it. Is anybody else really looking forward to summer being over now and routines being put back in place and maybe a bit of cooler weather? Because I know we all like some good weather, but we're all feeling it this year, right? As you can see, I am back in the audio booth. It has been a ridiculously long amount of time since I was in here, and do I have excuses? Yes and no. I got sick in the middle of recording, so I had to stop, and then, you know, life happened, and then I got busy, and just never seemed to be the right time. However, I am 23 chapters in, or I have recorded 23 chapters of Where Golden Feathers Fall, and yeah, I need to finish it, but in order to get back into the recording, of course, because it's been such a long time since I did it, I have kind of forgotten the voices and I've got out of the flow of it. So my plan is to... Is my camera wonky? I feel like everything's wonky, but I daren't touch you because you're balanced very precariously. Anyway, my plan is to edit the 23 chapters I've got, edit and master them, and then that should hopefully get my ear in to start recording again. So, touch wood, if I don't get a cold suddenly when I finish doing the 23 chapters, which, let's be honest, is going to take some time, then I can jump back into recording and get this audiobook finished, because it has been over a year now. Oh, no, hasn't been over a year, but it's coming up to this autumn. It will be coming up to a year since I started this audiobook, and that, quite frankly, is far too long. So yeah, the only problem is the editing takes so long, and I still have children at home. One is kind of back, but having short days. The other is not back because school has not started again. So that's where we are. I'm trying to write, trying to edit, trying to do audiobook stuff all at the same time with less time because kids are home, and yeah, it's busy, it's fun, it's stressful at times, but that's part of it, right? I'm just hoping I can get this out to you because I am aware of how long I have been promising it, and I feel really bad about that. Sorry. I got post today. Do you want to see? Here she is. The Tidal Helm is here. I will call all my books she, but actually the Tidal Helm goes on the male character's head. That's why I changed my mind to he. But yeah, I have my author copies and they are just stunning. I mean, you won't be able to pick up here the detail in the fantastic artwork that AK Organic Abstracts has done. To do that, please go check it out on Instagram or in high definition, because it is absolutely stunning. He's the chonkiest book out of the four. If we have a quick look, they're not in order, but definitely the thickest one, although that where Golden Pillars fall is almost there. But I now have my 4 Zemkoska babies. Sorry, I can't get me and the books in the frame because it zoomed in somehow. Yeah, I'm just so excited to see them all together, to have them in my hands. I really can't believe we've come to the end of this part of the Zemkoska Chronicles, because the Briar Crown was supposed to be a standalone fairy tale retelling when I decided to write it back in 2022, but then I just couldn't let the story go. Una came into my head, and of course Margit, I couldn't stop writing Margit, so Una and Margit are in this one, and then of course we had to get from this to this, so we needed something in between, so we got our Gaia's story, and then of course, as we know from the Briar Crown, things were not left entirely rounded up. We were missing the waterborne crown and all the yeah, so that is where this story picks up. And again, you can dive in at any point, read them as standalones, or I hope you can. That's how I tried to write them. But I will be sad to say goodbye to so many characters, because if you do read the books, there are little Easter eggs, there are characters that pop up throughout the timeline, which if you like that kind of thing, you will definitely enjoy. But yeah, I think it's time to say goodbye to the Domanovs. Their story has been told, but Zemkoska is a big place. There is already another Zemkoska book in the works, and that's a jump back in time again, and that runs sort of parallel to this one. So Margit's story, because she really will not let me go. Like, I have to get her book out. She is holding me to it. But yeah, so that was my little exciting news today, is that I really wish I could get them all in. I have, let me try, all my books, all my Zimkoska babies. I'm not going crazy. I think I actually might be. But yeah, so there we go. I'm gonna stop now because nobody needs my absolutely delusional singing, and I'm going to get this video edited. There's not a lot at the moment. I've just been home this summer and being with the kids and working, doing a bit of hiking and just generally trying to crack on. So yay for post, yay for this book almost being out. I've gone through the ringer with the Tidal Helm, so to actually have it here is just a huge accomplishment, and I'm going to celebrate that. Yeah, so thanks for being with me this whole time with my waffling, and I'll see you soon.